Ecom Tom is a 9-figure entrepreneur who started a print-on-demand company that made over $300 million in sales. In this video, I meet with Tom and he talks about his journey and system operating procedures with Inc. Magazine's top 5,000 fastest growing companies, Viral Style. Tom, where are we at right now?
We're at Viral Style, baby.
Wow, this is big.
The whole 5th floor.
Okay.
It's about 5,000 square feet. You can't forget the ping pong table, man.
You gotta have some fun too.
You gotta have the ping pong table.
You gotta have some fun too. We might have to get around, man.
Kitchen. This is accounting. Can't go in there. Business partner's office. Corner office. It's your boys.
Ooh, I like that. That's the wire.
I got all my gear set up too. Gotta set the mood, baby. My business partner's office. He's the CTO of the company.
Nice. So you guys started together?
Yeah, he's the one that builds it. I get to tell everybody about it. Our creative lead, Manny. This is the man right here. We're recording here. Yes, you are. He's shy.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you.
This is Manny. This is Ezekiel.
Oh, here we go.
You guys got this.
Go back up.
Go back up. We'll film it. This is where all the orders go through, so any orders that come into the site, these guys will redirect the order to a supplier and make sure it gets to the printer on time, make sure the printer has all the information to ship it to the customer.
Man, it's even bigger on this side.
This is Eric.
What's going on, Eric? Nice to meet you.
This is the man that makes things happen here.
All right, man.
This is the returns over here. So all the returns that come in from the site, and because all of our stuff's made to order, there's really no shelf that we put it back on or anything like that. We actually just donate all of it.
Are you serious?
So any of the returns that come back, we just donate everything.
Yeah, because everyone has a custom logo, right?
Well, it's not a custom logo. It's just, made to order product. So if somebody needs a black medium sweatshirt with a specific design on it, so it just makes sense for us to give it away, do a tax write-off.
Makes sense.
Customer service. Obviously, nobody's in here today.
Yeah.
And then over here's our little conference room.
So what do you do throughout the day? How do you run the business? What's like your operations?
To be honest with you, I'm kind of removed from a lot of the day-to-day.
Wow.
So I'm just thinking on promotion, content, customer relations. My business partner handles the majority of the development stuff. I have a good amount of free time to focus on the things that'll push us forward.
Talk about where you were this week, man.
That's not really business, but
just so people know how free you are,
I
man.
spent a week in Vegas. Front of house table at EDC. It's $250,000 a night. Center stage. It's ridiculous, bro.
And that's what happens, man. When you stay grinding and you automate your business, you can do what you want when you want.
That's right. Of course, he wasn't in Vegas for one time.
I was working, man. I was getting content. Hey, I used to go to a Korean church. And all they used to do over there was play ping pong, man.
That's right. To be honest with you, I've not played in a while.
Okay.
Pick your paddle, there's about 200 in there.
You got a massive office. You obviously didn't start like this. Let's talk about how you got started, man.
You want the real story or?
I want everything.
2012.
Yeah.
I was at Ultra Music Festival. Basically, I was looking around, having the best time ever, realizing that's something I wanted to be a part of. And I saw people wearing crazy t-shirts. Had a different phrase on it or something, trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
And then there was like this split moment, vividly. I was like, somebody's selling them this shit. So I got home and I started a t-shirt brand, called it Ready to Rage.
Okay.
And it was like all festival designs and stuff like that. Ooh, that was nice.
How'd you start that t-shirt brand?
But I did the old way. So
okay.
I found a supplier, which is American Apparel at the time. I bought all the blanks up front. I had to guess like how many sizes I need, like how many smalls versus larges that I need to buy, how many different styles that I want to offer, how many different colors. And I had to buy all that up front, right? So now I'm out thousands of dollars in inventory. Then I had to find a printer to actually print the designs, and I have never tested these designs to see if they'd actually sell or not. So now I've got thousands of dollars in inventory in big ass boxes in my small apartment, and I'm like, I still gotta sell this shit.
Yeah.
So
how were you feeling at the time? You had a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety?
I would say it was more excitement than anything, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was starting to get booths at music festivals, throw parties at colleges and clubs and stuff, trying to get the brand off the ground. Had a lot of fun, but it wasn't
you gonna dunk on me like that?
It wasn't a money-making operation. So I actually had to let it go.
Yeah.
Get back into real estate. As I was telling you, I did wholesaling before. Fast forward a couple of years, one of my friends was building a Facebook fan page. Do you remember the show Duck Dynasty? So there's a crazy guy on it called Uncle Si.
Your brain needs to sneeze, but hey, it can't sneeze because it's the brain. So it just hurts.
So he did like a meme page with like all Uncle Si says, all the stuff that he did. He posted a shirt and had a way to choose the color, choose the size, and choose the style as a pre-order. And he made 20 grand in one day. Bing! he fucking figured it out. I realized, okay, I can jump back in this EDM thing, or I can learn Facebook ads and target people based on their interests.
And this wasn't your company, you're using another website, right?
That's correct. Blew that up, met my business partner in the process, so he helped me systemize what I was doing. We ended up scaling up to selling 150,000 shirts in like 2 months.
Just from Facebook ads?
Just from Facebook ads, we did about $2 million in profit. We went to the company that we were working with and we were like, look, we're leaving money on the table working with you guys. We need all of these different things. Buyer data, upsells, cross-sells, all the stuff that's like common in e-commerce now just wasn't available then. They couldn't do it. So we just started building viral style out of necessity for ourselves. And we had already kind of built our name in the industry. It wasn't even called print on demand there. It was still crowdfunding. Like we're talking about 2013. Because there was only a few people that were actually doing really well in it, including us, you know, we knew everybody. So when we launched the company in June of 2014, we had immediate business. Everybody knew that we had all the features they needed and stuff like that. In the first 3 months, we did over 10 million.
That's unbelievable.
Over the last 8 years, we've shipped about 10 million products worldwide, just about 300 million in sales.
So how'd you find the supplier for someone to like actually start making the shirts for you guys?
So,
because did you guys have to make that transition?
There's large contract suppliers in the US. So we work with two of the largest ones. There's thousands of printers around the country. But what we had to do was find and vet printers that could do quality work at scale. You know, with these marketers, especially when they're running Facebook ads, they could scale a campaign to 1,000 shirts a day. And we needed to have a contract printer that could handle that type of volume.
Exactly, yeah, there's a lot of bulk.
And still do good quality work. Over the last 8 years, we've built a network of suppliers and printers in the country, and depending on where the order comes in, our system picks the closest one to it so that it gets the fastest delivery.
So how would somebody go about finding a supplier?
Google, man. Depending on what they were looking for, it was just t-shirts. There's two large suppliers, Sanmar and Alpha Broder. Those are the two biggest ones in the US. And they have all that product in stock. We can get it overnighted to a printer. Printer ships it directly to the customer.
So what's that machine in there?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I didn't even know that was in there.
That's just decoration.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked when I went in there because you're like, this is where like the stuff happens. How the heck is this guy fulfilling over 1 million orders with that little printer right there?
Out of that specific
printer. I was like, how's that possible?
We don't do any of our own printing. We don't own any product. We're just a third-party software.
So you guys are just the middleman.
That's correct.
Impressive.
And then we actually have affiliates and users who actually do all the user-generated content and run their own traffic.
The three main things would be the marketing, finding the supplier, and then having programmer create the website, and then you can do the exact
Or
same
they
thing.
could just go to viralstyle.com and then they don't have to do any of that. If they want to compete against us, make sure you come to me first and I'll tell you what you should do. You know, we've had over 300,000 people on the site, hundreds of people over the 6- and 7-figure mark. And the coolest thing actually, you see that? Coolest thing actually is about 2016 we realized we had a huge user base in Vietnam. None of us speak Vietnamese, right? So we actually ended up having to get a country manager, open an office in Vietnam. So we have an office in Vietnam. We've got 2 country managers now. But I was flying back and forth from Asia to here twice a year for like the last 8 years. So I've been to all over Southeast Asia. Some of our biggest clients ever are from there. They don't even speak English. So these guys are using our site to sell to Americans in English, get US dollars back to Vietnam. It's called the dong, by the way. The dong to the dollar is like 18 to 1. They make $1 million in US and Vietnam. They're fucking kings.
Oh yeah.
So whenever I go over there, I'm the god. You know, like I supported like all these.
They got
families.
a statue of you right there.
Yeah, dude. It's always so much fun, but I have to like translate through my country managers and stuff. But they just take me out. It's always so much fun, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I might have to go on a trip with you, man.
Yeah,
check that out. So talk about the growing aspect, man. Like, how'd you really start scaling it, taking it to the next level?
Well, like I said, we were blessed, dude. I mean, we were one of those few situations where you turn the lights on and business starts rolling.
You guys already had the clientele, right?
We already had the clientele because we were already doing what we're like basically offering. We knew exactly what they needed, which was super important to keep us separated from the competition. But in terms of scaling, the main thing was fulfillment. So we scaled too fast. Because we entered the market with like an untested software, essentially, when we went into our first Christmas, which is Q4 of e-commerce, is obviously the biggest, 3 months of the year.
Yeah.
That was our first 3 months of business. So we went from 0 to 3,000 orders a day.
Wow.
In like a week.
So the marketing wasn't the issue, it was the fulfillment.
That's correct. Basically didn't have all the checks in place that it does now over the years, and we didn't have vetted printers. So we had a lot of bad product come back. We had Christmas deadlines that we couldn't make.
Wow.
You're talking about last week between December 7th to the 14th. The 14th is usually the cutoff date for guaranteed delivery.
Yeah.
Those days will go 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 units in one day. So you'll get like 25,000 units in 7 days.
Yeah.
And you gotta fucking find somebody that can print them in a week.
You guys ran through a lot of suppliers, so it kind of expedited the process for your business,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And we also would like have packing parties. We'd like rent out a big warehouse and just packing, shipping labels, man.
You guys are packing it yourself?
Oh, we had to.
It would come back to you guys?
Yeah, well, when we do like bulk prints, if they couldn't, get them out fast enough, we would literally be sent boxes of shirts, and we just have to start printing labels and packing them ourselves, man.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really fucking stressful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think we even made money on that 10 million.
What do you think could have been your breaking point where you're like, man, this is too much, and then how'd you overcome it?
This is our first real business. Brandon and I have always, been entrepreneurs outside of this. The first thing we knew had legs that could be something really big. What I always say is like, the money's coming in, you can fix the problems. Like money fixes everything, right? So as long as the money's coming in, we can pay payroll, we'll get to the next month. Like that's not a problem. The industry was still new at the time.
Yeah.
So we knew there was still a lot of upside. 2019, we did 5,000 fastest growing companies in the US.
I feel like what I'm getting is that you kind of need an accountability partner.
I prefer to have partners. Brandon and I work because we're the complete opposite. He's the cautious, analytical brains. I'm like the excitable, like forward-thinking marketer.
Yeah, you're the visionary, you're ambitious. Yeah, cool.
So as far as like accountability, like we've co-CEO'd this entire time. It's worked.
Yeah.
Worked well.
I don't think an entrepreneur can handle both. It's too much stress.
Exactly.
You need two people that can handle two parts of the business.
100%. That's exactly what we do. You can be good at integrating, but not be good at management. So we have a third guy who's been with us since the beginning, who's very good at management. So he's been a part of the team since the beginning as well.
Yeah.
And most of our employees have been here the entire time.
Talk about the hiring process. How'd you start hiring people?
Well, in the beginning, it was scary. Anybody that needed a job. But in terms of the team, we've been lean even now. We've always hired from within first. So if there's ever an opportunity like to get somewhere new in the company, like we've always kind of hired people that were already doing something within that to kind of head that, because they already understand it, made it easier for us. I'll be honest, I'm not great at hiring. Well, we've gone through
a lot of people
over the years. So
well, how do you fire people? And that's like,
we always give a 30-day review. So if it's not working out, it's pretty easy to say, hey.
Does that take a lot of strength for you, or you can just kind of do it?
No, I mean, I'm pretty easy to get along with, so I'm straightforward with them. Like, hey, there's gonna be a 30-day review. At that point, we're gonna make a decision if this is something we want to move forward with. After that, you'll have a 90-day review.
Okay.
And at that point, they usually get a raise.
They get a raise or they get fired.
The raise or fired. Hey guys, sit down.
It's the opposite.
I gotta talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
It's pretty relaxed here, man, as you obviously tell. And people like work from home, dude. I mean, I can't do it personally.
Awesome. How do you manage that, man? Like, how do you know if someone's really doing their work? What kind of systems do you have in place?
Well, I mean, everything's, orders in, orders out, right? So like if somebody in fulfillment's not doing their job, we'll know real quick. In terms of Manny, he works with me directly on majority of the design stuff that we need. If I need videos edited, if I need a picture redone, if we got designs that we need to do for a creator. So I work directly with him. So again, like it's pretty lean.
So what kind of roles do you have in the company right now in order for your company to function?
The creative department, Manny heads that. We've got 4 graphic designers that are remote. Wow. Fulfillment department, Reggie's the head of that. We've got 2 people in fulfillment. So they work kind of in conjunction with customer service. And then the client support just deals with like live chat, because we have a Shopify app as well. So we've got clients on there and also on the site itself. So any questions they have, any issues they might have, they handle that. And they'll report up to me if there's something more serious. And obviously Brandon, he's the CTO. We've got, I believe, 8 developers, and they're all remote too.
Yeah.
So, he handles all of that. I wish I could tell you more, but I'm the non-technical founder.
So it was just kind of you and your business partner that kind of started hiring these people and started creating these systems, right?
That's right.
That's not easy to find like the right people for that job, and just to kind of have so many different departments in place.
Exactly.
So where would you say you see Viral Style in 5 years? What's like the goal?
So the industry's changed a lot. Facebook ads aren't what they used to be, right?
Yeah, TikTok ads now, right?
I haven't seen anybody in the print-on-demand space really kind of master TikTok ads. With Facebook, the reason they were so powerful is you could target people based on their interests. TikTok's not there yet. If anybody does know how to do that, definitely hit me up, because I want to know. Organic traffic is going to be kind of like one of the main drivers of print on demand. Just being able to do the proper research to know what's actually selling. One of the biggest hurdles for a new seller in print on demand has always been Facebook ads. There's a learning curve of actually learning how to do it, and then also the money that it takes to actually test the design. So now, if you know how to do the proper research on these different marketplaces, you can actually figure out what's selling now and how much, create a design similar to the ones that are on there, list them correctly, and get sales that way.
So pretty much not recreating the wheel, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, just doing what's working.
Exactly.
And doing it the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So up until now, it's been, when they launch a product, it's viralstyle.com / whatever the campaign is. So now we're going to be moving into.
Or they have their own domain, right?
You can come to their site, create their own custom domain, own branding, own logos, similar to how you could do on Shopify, but it will be free. It's print on demand products only.
Yeah.
And then you can connect your storefronts on Amazon or Etsy and Walmart directly to the site. So you can get all that organic traffic as well.
So what do you think? Should we play a real game right now?
Sorry for beating you on home court, it just had to be done.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
All right, Tom, thank you for talking about Viral Style, how you started, how you run the business. Is there anything you want to say?
If you guys are trying to learn about print on demand, definitely follow me on Instagram, Ecom Tom. Sign up for Viral Style, man. It's the easiest way to get involved in e-commerce. There's no money up front, and it's a drop shipping model, so you don't have to pay for the products. We use the money from the sale to actually produce them. We give you the software to sell the products, the fulfillment afterwards, and we even handle the customer service for you. So if you want to learn, definitely give me a follow. Definitely check out the trainings on our site and sign up for Viral Style, man.
Follow Tom. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Now we're going to get something to eat, and we're going to talk about Tom's journey as an entrepreneur and how you guys can also get started as an entrepreneur. Let's get it.
Let's go.